Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be creating 4 Cairn characters for potentially a future series. But the focus here is not just making these 4 standard characters using Cairn. I will be combining the simple rules of Cairn with GURPS. So I had this great idea of combining the best of both worlds. So Cairn will remain as is, but I'm adding an extra trait to the character creation process, and that is all the skills as options. So we'll go through the usual with the top half of each character, the name, ability scores, HP armor, gold, equipment. But in the field note area, we're going to purchase the skills from GURPS, obviously fantasy based. Now, there's not a lot of room in the field notes. That would be a challenge, but that also restricts the uh, potential for these characters. Not necessarily a bad thing, but I'm going to try to do columns here in each field notes. So the field notes are the skills. Now, the question here is, how am I going to bring skills over? With points. What I'll do is combine the points, combine all the ability scores into the points available to purchase the skills. That's it. That's what I was thinking. So let's go ahead and get started creating the first character in Karen, and that is on the usual method. So here we have name, choose your role or PC's name. So I'm going to roll a d20 with this, and looks like the first character will be 12 Larithil. So Larithil will be the first character name, Larithil, which is a very unique name. I don't think I've used that one before. All right, then we're going to do the second one, and then we'll speed run here. 8 Esme. Okay, next one. That's 18. Looks like Wenlin. Wenlin. These are very good names. I've never used. Well, actually, I haven't used a lot of these. Then looks like this one's pronounced Wymal. Wywall. It's Ygwal. Wigwall. Wigwall. I'm going to say Wigwall. Okay, there are the names. Next, we have to roll for the attributes. I'm not doing anything as far as the backgrounds. I'm not going to do any of that. These characters will be blank slates, so we can use field notes for the skills. So we have strength, dexterity, willpower, which does kind of works with GURPS. You have strength, dexterity, IQ, and then health is obviously another attribute, but that's kind of similar here. So what we have to do is roll 3d6 per. So let's remove the 20 here, and then we'll do the first. Oops, of course, this one rolls out. All right, we have 7, 8. So let's do 8 for strength here. All right, next we have that's 12 for dexterity. I know who my thief's going to be so far. And then we have, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for willpower. So in my eyes, willpower is going to be obviously IQ when we get the skills. All right, next character, that's going to be 11, 14. So we have 6, 11, 12, 13, 14 for strength. I know who my barbarian will be, or my fighter. Next we have, it's pretty low. Yep, definitely this guy's going to be the fighter. 8. That's going to be 8 total. And then we have the final for will, which is essentially IQ. And this will be 6-7 for Will. So yep, he's the fighter. That is definitely going to be the fighter as me. Next we have Wenman, 5, 10, 14. Let's put that on willpower. All right. Next will be either strength or dexterity. I'm kind of free forming this, kind of not going in order. You can swap two, so the rules do apply. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do that in strength. This guy might be the smartest, or girl. Either or, we're not really sure on genders yet. 12, and then we have 17, so dexterity. Wow, so that actually might be our thief. That's a good roll. All right, last is the hard one to pronounce, Yigwal. Maybe I'm just going to say Yigwal. All right, we have 10, 15. Let's put that in, do willpower here again. I am kind of breaking the rules because you have to do, I think, in order, then you can swap two. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do that for strength. And then we'll do, we have 9, 10, 11. So this guy is that. All right. Next, down the line here, we have uh, the HP, hit protection. Roll 1d6 for both. Because this is solo, I'm going to give my characters a little uh, extra die. So that's 5. We'll times that by 2. We'll have 10 health. All right, let's do another one. Oh, let's re-roll. I don't want to do replicas. There we go. That's 6, 7, 8. That'll be 16. So I know Karen is brutal when I have these characters laugh a little lower than the average. There. 7, that's 14 for this guy. And then we're going to have the final 6, which would be 12. Okay, there's the HP that we fudged. Next is inventory. Characters have a inventory of 10 items. Most items can take up one slot. Bulky items PC can carry up to their inventory allows. Starting gear, 3 days of rations, torch, and 3 gold, 3d6 gold pieces. Okay, so we have, let's see, 3 rations for each one. 3 rations. Okay, torch, and then the gold, which is right up here in the middle of the sheet, is 3d6. Let's see, I'll keep that roll. We have, looks like we got 5, 6 gold pieces for this one. Okay, 4, 5 for this one. See, none of these guys are going to be wealthy. Wow, okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gold pieces for that one. And then 6, 7, 8 for the final for League Wall. So we have Lirithel, Esme, Winman, and Yigwell. Okay, next is going to be the starting gear. All right, so this will have to, we'll keep the book open for this one. We'll do the first character here. This will be a d20 roll. Let's get the white one here. Okay. Starting gear for Lirithel. He will have, oh, that's a critical. He has a plate armor. Interesting. So that'll be on the body. That's good. Okay, next. Oops. Is going to be 7 for helmets. None. Okay, no helmets. Weapon. 1. Ooh, okay. Let's give him a staff. Next will be expeditionary gear. 3. Cart full slots. I'm going to re-roll that. Not a fan. 4. A chain. That works for me. That's 10 feet. Next will be tools. 12. He has a hammer. And then 6 for trinkets. 9. Sorry. 9 for a lens. Okay, then we do the bonus item. 7. Extra expeditionary gear. 7 again. Grappling hook. That works for me. Okay. Now for Esme. Armor. 10. Brigandine. Let's see. Brigandine. Brigadine. I spelled that wrong. Which is a start. Better than nothing. That pretty much is the better than nothing. Helmet, shields. 12. Looks like he gets a helmet. Or nope, gets nothing. Never mind. Another helmetless character. That's going to be a critical for weapons. Nice. Then it will give him a warhammer. Ah, darn, I wish I gave him the heavier armor. Let's swap these two guys here. Okay. Next is expeditionary gear. 3. Card again. We'll re-roll. I'm re-rolling a card because I don't have more room for items to put. I guess I could just put a little cross here, but I don't want to deal with the card. I really just really don't. Spirit Ward, that helps. Maybe the card, it would have helped to have a card to haul that thing around. 2, a bucket. Everyone needs a bucket. All right. And then we have trinkets. 9. Lens. Let's re-roll. Get some variety here. 2. Card deck. That works. Okay. Bonus item. 18. Spellbook. Interesting. Okay. We're going to roll for the spellbook. That's a D100 list. Let's get my D100 out here. Okay. Looks like we got 3. Animate objects. Okay. Little star, because that usually when I use that's what I use for the symbol of spellbook. All right, now we go back to our third character. Let's roll for D20 on the starting gear. Armor 9. He has the Brigandine like his predecessor. Brigandine. All right. And then his helmet. 18. Okay, he actually gets a shield. I'll take that. That will be in the hand, I believe. Next is going to be 3 for the weapon. Looks like we have, one second. It's moving something over. There we go. 3 for weapon is going to be fairly pathetic. So a dagger. I'll give him a dagger. Okay, next will be expeditionary gear as usual. 16, finally something up there. Rope, 25 feet. 25-foot rope. We have 5 for tools. That's going to be a chisel, sorry. Okay, next is going to be for, okay, a bottle for the trinkets. Next is bonus item. Critical again, another spell book. All right, I'll take it. Let's get the dice again. I'll probably just put away. 71 is going to be a shield. Nice. He has a shield and he has a shield. He has two potential shields here. I like that. I like it a lot. All right. Next, our last character, Yidwell. Yigwell. Yigwell wants to choose his starting armor. Okay, let's roll it. 13 is Brigandine, so it looks like Brigandine is the pretty common one we got going here. Next is going to be helmet. That's a negative. Okay. Weapon. Let's reroll. We were kind of rolled on that one. 13. Sword. Finally, a regular weapon. Sword. Okay, next is the expeditionary gear as usual. 7. That's going to be grappling hook. I want to reroll. I want to get some variety in my characters here. 18. Spyglass. I'll take that. Okay, and we have tools. 14. Metal file. That actually can be very handy. Trinkets. 1. Reroll bottle. We already got one from the other guy. 12. That works. Perfume. We can mess with the scent of the enemies. Let's see. Next is bonus item. 19. Oh, we get a third spell book. Okay. Wow, a lot of spell books today. This will work out great. So let's roll for it. 90 or 63. Okay. That's going to be push pull. I love it. I'm so glad we got three spell books. So we have some magic in this. Okay, now we have to get the I think the values of these rolled items, rolled slash chosen. So just checking out my uh equipment list. I'm paging off for relative armor, and that's really it. So yeah, let's get this the values added up. So basically, we have the staff for Larethel. That gives us uh just a d6 damage, which is acceptable. The plate gives us 3 armor, and that's all the armor he has. So his armor is 3. And then that's it for Larethel. Next is Esme. Esme's Warhammer is impressive at D10. I'm not worried about bulky. I'm not tracking encumbrance right now. I'm just going based on the limit of 10. And his Brigandine armor is a measly 1. 1 armor, which gives us 1 armor. So he can't exactly run into battle screaming at the top of his lungs because he doesn't have much armor. Now, next is going to be shield for Winlan. Winlane. The shield gives us a +1 armor. The Brigandine gives us a base armor of 1. So he has 2 for now. Dagger is going to be a D6, and that's it for Winlan. Yigwell is going to have its sword of D8. Brigandine is, like I said, it's going to be 1 armor. Okay, so there is our characters. Now, what we have to do, I think that's really it for Cairn, the booklet. We'll put this little thing in the corner here. Now, and actually technically dice too, because now we're going to roll up or add our points up to each character to get the GURPS thing going. So we have uh 20, 31 points for Lirithel. I'll put them down here actually, just so I can keep them all consistent on the bottom. Then we have, let's see, 21, 29 for Esme. We won't be able to buy much with this, but it's probably a handful of skills to start. Winland has actually a lot. So we have, let's see, 31, I believe. 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, 31. 40 points. Holy moly, that's plenty. And then we're going to have 15, 26, 36 for Yiguel. Okay, this will take some time. So if you are, um, I'm not sure what the timestamp will be, but I will include it in the description. If you want to skip the entire skill allocation process to see what the results were, then feel free to jump ahead. But again, that'll be in the description below if I remember to do that. But now we're going to focus, again, I do these videos real time. We're going to focus on the skills. And I'll be using the fantasy-based skills in the character creation process before equipment. So we already have our equipment from the world of Cairn. Will be strictly the skill sets for um, using GURPS. Now, what I also need to have is the reference to the chart, the price, the cost. There it is. So we have, we're starting with, now we're starting with Lirithel. So he has 31. Okay, so field notes, let's see. We'll put the name of the skill as first, the difficulty, the name, and the point cost plus the level of it. That's how I think I usually do it in verbs. Okay, so ignoring most of these starting ones are just, yeah, I usually don't use this first set of pages here. It's athletics is the important one. Okay, so athletics, we're going to try, let's do, we have acrobatics. We'll do that. I think acrobatics is pretty standard. That's going to be a hard one, so I got to put a little H here. Acrobatics. And that'll be a point of, let's see, what it's going to cost us. We'll do 4, and that gives us the standard dexterity roll. So 4 dex. There we go. Next is, let's see, jumping, which is easy. So we'll do this, jumping. Easy is going to be 1 point for the equal dexterity. Now, basically, what I'm doing here is that, in my eyes, as I've seen it, as I kind of house ruled it, skills for my custom little Karen game here will give us a 2d6 roll. And in doing so, I'll be able to choose the lowest of the roll. And it has to roll underneath my skill, whichever the lowest may be. And that was hilarious because these both roll the same. So, for example, I would choose 8 on that one. That's basically what my house rule is in regards to skills. Okay, next we have running, which is physically apparently hard. Running will be dexterity hard. We'll do, let's do 1 point -2. So dexterity -2. I don't want to use it too many points. So now we're currently at, let's see, 31 -4. That's 27. And keep track on the side here. 27, 26, 25. Okay. Looks like we have the next page over. So, all right. Just gotta kind of lean over here a bit. Then we have skiing. Throwing is important. We'll try throwing. It's hard. Okay. I'll say that's going to be. I'll choose whichever is the best for that. That's hard. So throwing. Probably going to be, let's just put that at -2 because I don't want to spend any more points. Dexterity -2. Actually, yeah, dexterity is my highest for Lirithel. So that puts us at 24 points. Okay, maybe I can spend a little more. Let's see what we have next. Swimming, won't worry about that. Throwing, just did it. Axe. Now for weapons, hmm, I'm think I'm going to, well, because in Karen you just roll your die, damage die. There is no hit miss. I can change that. I can roll strength to attack and then dexterity to dodge. That's if I approach this narratively. If I do combat narratively, that will be determined, obviously, in the future if I use these characters, which most likely will, because I'm putting all this time into it. But it really depends. I'm saying I will house rule it, but I may forget. I may tinker with it. I might use it at certain times. I prefer narrative combat, and then there's times I don't. So I'm mainly trying to decide if I'm going to use a weapon-related skill. And I think for this guy, he has a staff. I'm not. So let's keep going. We have low pipe. Now we have, let's see, the bow. He doesn't have one. He has a staff. Brawling would be good. Let's see. I'm thinking of giving him. See, these characters don't really fit into specific classes. It is classless game, so maybe I should treat it as such. Only get what I deem is necessary for them. Let's do brawling. I think I'm gonna do brawling for Esme actually, not for Lirithel. Lirithel is a pretty balanced character. I mean, 8, 12, 11. That's not exactly all over the place. So let's just do a broadsword perhaps, or I skip the weapon skill altogether. This one's a little concerning. So let's just do. You know what? I'm gonna skip the weapon skill. The staff. I keep saying that, but I do. I think I'll just get a weapon skill that I have the weapon of. In the future, I can, after each session, I'll reward 3 to 5 points per character. And if I want to get a different weapon, I'll have to roll at my strength, and then that's if I do that method. And I can always get the weapon skill in the future. So I will focus on the weapon skills they have currently equipped. I think that's fair enough. So staff will be, I think, further down the road here. So flail, we have guns, which we're not worried about. Karate, not worried about. Knife, that might actually be a good one skill to have. Physical, easy. Let's do that. That's easy. Knife. Okay, so easy with knife is dexterity. We're going to be at 1 point. We'll keep it as it is, dexterity. That puts us at 23. Okay, next is going to be, let's move to the next page actually. I'm thinking of combat weapons, short sword, spear. I think spear would obviously be for staff perhaps, or nope, there's staff right there. I was completely mistaken. I'll bypass all the others and get straight to staff. So staff will be dexterity, defaults to -5, so it's dexterity. All right. So that's going to be hard, apparently, but I'm going to put a lot of my points into this one because it is his current main weapon of choice. So hard, we'll put it at 8. That puts us DX plus, wow. Yeah, DX plus 1, let's do that. This will cost us 8 points, and that puts us down to, let's see, 15. Okay, dexterity plus one. Next is, let's see, we have armory. Not gonna worry about that. Uh, Language skills, medical skills. Medical would be smart to get. Let's do first aid. So first aid is easy, and we'll do the base. We'll do four, which gives us plus two dexterity, plus two, and that puts us down to 11. Got to go pickier here now. So we have um, area knowledge, fishing, hunting, navigation, tracking, survival, outdoor skills. Now we're kind of getting into the mix of different themes. Scientific skills, obviously, I want to apply to us right now. Social skills is not too worried about that. We're not a bard. Thief. Some of these might actually pay off. Not all of them. Let's give him or her. I'm still deciding on the genders. Let's do lock. Who will be my thief? I think Winland is definitely a thief. So I'm generalizing, not exactly giving them a class, but I think I'm going to give lock picking to Lirithel, and that's going to be average. That's our first average skill for this today. Lock picking, and average will be 2 points to keep it at the same dexterity. So now we're down to 9, so we don't have much left to do. Shadowing, stealth. I will do that for Winland. Thief, spy skills, underwater, tracking, traps, piloting, gunner. That's all the skills. I do feel like I need to get more though. I got 9 more points to spend. So let's see. Lip reading. Let's do let's do stealth. Defaults to IQ or dexterity. So I think I'll choose dexterity because it's my bigger one. Average. So average stealth. That puts us at 2 to keep it the same. Now we're down to 7. Let's go back to see what we missed. Anything else we can get? Do spy skills. Let's do tactics. That's actually going hard. And plus, all these skills gives us more to roll on. So more dice rolls equals more engagement for me, at least. Tactics, that will be hard. So we gotta spend 4 points to keep it the same for dexterity. Actually, tactics is IQ. So IQ is a different chart. This will be our first IQ choice. Hard is 4 points to keep it the same. So now we're down to let's see, 6, 5, 4, 3. I got 3 more points to spend. All right. So what to spend on the final either one or two abilities? Let's try. You know what? Let's try leadership. I think this guy Lirithel will be the leader because again, all around skills. The others have more up and down on the counts, are more inconsistent with their ability scores. So I'm going to definitely do leadership, which is average for this one. And leadership is going to be IQ, obviously. Oh no, I'm sorry. Leadership is strength, which is 8 for us. So strength doesn't have a, I'll just say it's a physical trait. So, which it is, average, let's say 2 points to keep it the same. Yep. All right. So that's really it. We have 1 point left. I don't really see what else to spend it on. I guess I can look for a, there is 1 point options. Let's just keep looking. Let's just use up all the points. We have Scientific skills, you can skip all that. If he's a leader, he'll need navigation. So let's do navigation. Navigation's hard, which works, so that's -2 on, actually, hard. Yep, all right. This is going to be hard, navigation, and that will be 1 point left. That's all we can do. This is for IQ, it's mental, but 1 point only gets us for hard is IQ -2. But his IQ is 11, so that kind of puts us at 9. Okay, so that's all I can do with that guy. Next, let's try to use the quick sheet, the reference sheet now. So put this book off. Now I can kind of show you guys a little more. The problem with this method, though, is that it's also on the back here. So we will try, let's start this list here first. So we have uh, 29 points to spend. So I can put that up here, 29. Let's go with, this is going to be my brute. He's going to be the tough guy. So the leader, the brute, the stealth, and maybe the magician, the magic user, 15 willpower. That's how I'm kind of seeing this right now. Okay, so let's get the brute. I think he'll need acrobat or accounting. He definitely needs to be an accountant. So accounting will be, sorry, acrobats will be uh, average. Acrobatics, and then that will cost us the following. Acrobatics average is going to be a skill physical for dexterity. So we'll do 4. That puts us at dexterity +1. Okay, so we're down to, let's say, 20, let's see, 8, 7, 6, 5, 25. Next. Okay, so I'm just gonna book here for quick reference on the pricing. Now, next for the brutes, we're gonna go through the list here quickly. Um, he has a warhammer, so let's see, bow, broadsword. I don't see two-handed weapon anywhere. Okay, we'll keep going to the list here. Blackjack, blacksmith, brawling definitely for him. That's gonna be physical, so I'll put that on strength, obviously. Brawling is easy, and we'll spend about on strength, which I usually align with dexterity. Easy for dexterity will be, we'll give him 4 on that one, so DX +2 or strength +2. Now we're done 21. All right. I think that's going to be strength. Brawling, it says no default. Yeah, it's physical. So that works. Okay, let's do this. We'll get a little closer. All right. Now we're going beyond brawling. Breathe, broadsword, carpenter, climbing. Climbing, I'll skip that. Okay, next sheet. Looking at cooking. Crossbow, dancing, demolition, detect lies, diagnosis, escape, fast draw, fast talk, fencing, flight, force shield. Oh, shield. I have to remember to do the shield for anyone who has one. Free fall, gambling, games. Let's see. Gunner, hiking, holdout, hunting, hypnotism, interrogation, judo, jumping. Jumping would be a good one. That's going to be easy. Okay. Easy for jumping will be a physical. There's no defaults. So we'll do my best one, which is strength. So I'll do keeping it simple. 1 point just to keep it as it is. All right. Next is 20. Still have some points left to spend here. Jumping, moving on. Karate, knife, lancing. Looking for two-handed weapons. Leadership, nothing, definitely not that one. Lockpicking, merchant, mind block, nuclear physics. Nuclear physics, yeah, why not? Let's see. Poetry, sure. Research, writing, running. Scuba, sex appeal, shadowing, shields. He doesn't have one. Short sword, which might come in handy if we do come across a short sword. So I'll remember that one for next time. Sling, spear, speed, load, staff, stealth, strategy, maybe not. Survival would be a good one. I think it's just generalizing strategy. So that'll be IQ, obviously. Average. Survival. We'll do average for IQ. Let's do 2 points to keep it as it is. 18. All right. Now we're down to, oh wait, sorry, 19. No, that cost us, so now we're down to 17. Okay. Survival. Swimming, tactics, probably not. Throwing. Throwing would be good. That's physical. Hard. So throwing. That would be physical. So looking at dexterity. Where's dexterity for hard? That's going to cost us 4 points to keep it as it is. We'll do that. Dexterity. Now we're down to 16, 15, 14, 13. Next, two-handed sword. I'm going to call it the two-handed weapon. Or I just call it Warhammer, to be honest. I'm going to say that's going to be average. So I'll do that. If I can't find one, I'll just put it under Warhammer. It gives our weapon a basically a skill in line with it. Okay, that will be definitely something we need to focus on. That's going to be strength. So it's average. I'll put it at 2 to keep it as it is, because its strength is pretty up there. Now we're down to 11. All right, so to close this off, video production. He can record himself being a badass. That's really it, I think. I don't see anything else to choose for this guy if he's gonna be the brute. All right, let's label these guys. So Lerthel, I think she will be the leader. So I'll put little thing here, leader. Esme's the brute. Let's see. Winland is going to be the sneak, and then Yawal it will be the brains, or the wise. There we go. Perfect. Now we're moving on to Winland. So we have to look for a lot of thief related. one. So let's go to the book again. I'll do this. I'll put this right down here. I'm trying to find the position best for me because it's hard with my new camera angle to uh, make room for you guys to see, so you can at least see everything. I do not have good eyesight at all. Okay, so we're starting from the beginning here for a thief. First page is usually a skipper here. Athletics, acrobats, so definitely be a want. All right, acrobatics is hard. Actually, looks like I mislabeled it on both of them. I should have put hard for this guy. My mistake. Too late now. So hard, acrobatics, and that will be let's see, dexterity, hard. We'll do 4 points. So looking at keeping it as it is, dexterity. That puts us at 36 to start, or so far. Next is going to be, let's see what we got here. Jumping, which is easy apparently. Jumping. We'll do easy for physical. I'll say 1 point. Actually, 4 points to plus two it. So that puts us at 32. Winland has the most points, or had the most points. Jumping, let's see what's next. And his weapon is going to be, and he has a shield too, and a dagger, so that's a knife. Throwing is definitely something. Throwing, which is hard. That'll be physical, 4 points to keep it as it is. That puts us down to 28. Okay, next. Weapon skill. So I'm going to say knife once we get to it. And I can't forget the I love how my sneak has a shield. It's a little one on the wrist. Next, moving on here. So bow might actually come in handy in the future. Hard. Bow is gonna be dexterity. So I'll do 4 points to keep it as it is. A lot of 4 point expenditures here. 24. Okay. Next, fencing, force shield. That's a sci-fi one. Force judo, karate, last one. Knife. There it is. Yep. Knife is going to be easy. And let's see. Let's do also 4 points on this one because that gives us dexterity plus two. So that's 20 down to 20 right now. Okay. All right. Now, lancing that polearm. Moving on. Combat. Shield. We need that one for this for our first shield or only shield wearer. Wielder. Shield is easy. Shield is a dexterity. So that'll be plus two. So another 4 point expenditure. That puts us down to 16. But again, we have points to spend for this one at 40. So next, we have that's it. Well, actually, no, there's more. Outdoor skills. There's some thievery coming up here in a second. Yep. Scientific skills, social skills comes up, which I have to keep my eye on. Gambling might be a fun one. Let's do gambling. That's average mental. Okay. I won't put too much into it. I won't put four as usual. So that's a mental at, let's do two. Keep it as it is for IQ. Oh, I keep putting IQ. I forget it's willpower. Oh my gosh. Let me fix this on all of them. Okay. There's only a couple to fix though. Willpower is for gambling, which gambling is going to be uh, 2 points for average, which puts us at just the standard. Now we're at 14 points left. Okay, leadership, don't need that one for this guy. Politics, strategy would be good. Or let's do tactics. That's gonna be hard. Tactics, hard for IQ, which is willpower. We'll say 4 points to keep it as it is. That's at 10. All right, these skills. We need a lot of these. Let's do detect, diagnosis, disguise. Escape would be a good one. That's hard though. So we'll do H, escape. That's going to be physical dexterity. We'll do 2 points, DX -1. So down to 8. Okay, because his dexterity is pretty high, so 16, I'm willing to sacrifice that one right there. Next is going to be, I think I skipped the whole page. Yeah, whoops. All right, detection, holdout, intelligence, interrogation, lock picking. Can't forget that one. Average. Okay. Lock picking is average mental, so that will cost us to at least keep it where it is, 2 points. That's willpower. Down to 6. Okay. A few more to go. Pickpocket. We need that one. That's gonna be hard, apparently. Pickpocket will be physical. So dexterity. Where are we gonna put that one at? Let's do. We have 6 points left to spend. So I'm gonna say 4. No, actually 2. So that gives us a -1. So now we're at 4 points left. Poisons, stealth, a sleight of hand. Let's do sleight of hand. No defaults. Default is this gonna be hard. Sleight of hand. Okay, so we gotta spend this one wisely. So sleight of hand will be, this might be our final one. No default, so obviously dexterity. Let's spend the remaining points to keep it as it is. So dexterity, 4, that's it. Okay, so we're all spent for our third out of 4 characters. And then, last but not least, our Ys. This will be interesting. A lot of IQ related ones. We are willpower, actually. Let's go back to the beginning here. Maybe some crafting potentially on that. We got shield, right? We got shield and knife. Yeah, let's make sure I didn't miss anything. The last guy. All right, here we go. This is our final home stretch for anyone who's sitting through this one. All right, now we need to find something for our our wise character. Let's see. Skip and breathe, jumping, no. Scuba, skiing, sports, weapon skill. What's his weapon again? Sword, so we need a sword skill. Black powder. Brawling bow, broadsword, crossbow, fast draw, force sword, judo, karate, knife could be good. I'm giving knife actually. I might come across that later in the future. Knife, which will be easy for physical. That's dexterity. We'll do. Oh yeah, how many points? We have 36 points. So let's do just 1 point. One dexterity, simple. Now we're at 35. Okay. Lasso, net, pole arm. Let's see. This one. All right. Combat weapons. Sword. Does he have a shield? Nope, no shield. Short sword. So we need that. Definitely put some points into that one. So short sword. Oops. For him, it's just a sword. This would be a dexterity one. Okay. I'll put, let's see, 8 points in this one. Yep. So 8 points, that's plenty. That puts us at dexterity +2. That's two. And so he's down to, let's see, 29, 28, 27. All right, next. Armory. Maybe some of these things he could be good at. Armory, like for blacksmith. Let's let's do armory. I think he'll be good at repairing things. So this is average mental. This is willpower. Armory. Average for mental is going to be, let's do 4. So willpower +1. So we're down to 20, let's see, 6, 5, 4, 3, 23. So he'll be at 16 for that. That works. Okay, moving on. Hobby crafting. Keeping my eye on these ones actually. Literacy, gesture, telegraphy, sign language. That's a, oh, maybe not. Diagnosis. That's definitely for him. Hard. Okay, this will cost him. What's that? Why am I so moved over here? Let me fix that up. Dexterity. Dexterity +2. Willpower +1. Wasn't giving myself much working room there. 184. There we go. That's better. Diagnosis for hard. Not too much effort. I'm gonna do 1 here. So that puts his IQ or willpower -1. Confuse these two here. There we go. So we're down to 22 points. First aid, yes, sir. Definitely. Like the leader had too. So that's easy. Easy first aid. That'll be IQ. I think. Yep. Mental. Uh, let's do. We'll keep it the same. So 1 point. Because again, his willpower is good. So that puts us down to 21. Next, position. Oh, hypnotism. I like that. I'm going to choose a strange one, and that's really hard too. Hypnotism. That'll be a heck of a thing to try. Let's put 4 points on that to keep it the same. So now we're down to 17, looks like. Next. Area knowledge, boating, climbing, fishing, hunting, naturalist navigation. Perhaps the leader has that, I think. Yep. Tracking. No. Professional skill, skipping all this. Um, History. That'd be good for him. That's mental hard. Okay. History. Let's do mental hard. So 4 to keep it the same. So that's be putting us at 13. All right. That's there. So next, history, social skills. Some of this might actually apply to them. Area knowledge, bard, diplomacy. Yeah, negotiating. I like that. Diplomacy. Will be a mental hard. Let's do, though I will keep it at -2, so 1 point. Willpower -2. That puts it at 12 points. Gambling, leadership. I have that for the others already. Performance, public speaking, strategy. Strategy actually might be good. Tactics, strategy. Maybe military experience, perhaps. Strategy is mental hard. Strategy is going to be mental hard, so we'll do 4 points for this one to keep it the same. So 4 points, 8. Okay, almost there. Detect lies would be a good one. Yeah, detect lies, mental hard. But I'm not going to put too much into it. We'll do -2, so that'll be cost us 1 point. All right, now we're at 7 points left to spend. Forgery. Let's see. Interrogation. I like that. Intelligence. Interrogation. Mental average. Okay, this will be average for IQ. 2 points to keep it as it is. Go down to 5. All right. Lip reading, shadowing. Let's see. Pickpocket. This stuff is more for the thief. Underwater tracking. So we're reaching things we're not going to be using in this theme. So let's go back and see what we missed. We can use because I have 5 more points to spend. Diplomacy. I know I got that one already. Leadership, gambling, bard. Bard. Let's just do bard for the heck of it. So average. It's mental average. Okay. Bard. And it'll be willpower. Average. 2 points. Who knows when that might come in handy for music or something like that. No, down to 3. So we can spend 3 more points on whichever we come across here. Research. Let's just do research. It's average. Okay. Average research will be IQ. 2 points to keep it as is for willpower. We have 1 point left, but I'm going to scratch it and just go from there. So, okay. So this is the point when I just finished for people who skipped ahead, whatever the timestamp will be. That's where we concluded for the skills. That was actually really fun. I love doing skills in GURPS. It is amazing. Um, but for using it with Karen is the really intriguing part, and I hope you guys liked it too. The idea combining these two engines together, one really simple to one that's very sophisticated for at least the character creation process. But here's what I'm going to do. So let's talk about the game and how we're going to do house rule because I feel like this is becoming session zero for something, but it will be titled "Making Four Karen Characters Using GURPS Skills." So earlier I said that for skills I will roll 2d20s. I'm going to walk that back. The purpose of buying these skills is that I can improve things specifically for each character to go beyond what their initial attribute is. So if they don't have a skill, they're stuck with the attribute, and then there's a modifier which I would apply as the GM, so -2, -4. With that skill, they're able to increase and learn that skill and outshine their other attributes. So for just rolling generally, I would roll the d20 and then apply a modifier for strength -2, and there we go. It's a fail. But the setback, actually, no, there's no setback. We roll within. So the skills, like I said, I can do first aid, which is dexterity, but +2. So I'm rolling at 14 instead, and there you go. I'm successful. So that's why I like the concept of bringing over GURPS that you roll at or below, similar to Karen. And I think that it's how I'm going to do it for this game. Now, combat, I'm still debating narratively rolling, the weapon die. If it hits, if it doesn't, it's a miss. If it does hit, I roll damage. That's it. I'm adding that extra step in the usual Karen process, which is you just roll your weapon die and you can't miss. You just hit. Armor negates remaining damage. Armor negates initial damage. Remaining damage is calculated at the opponent's HP. So, and I will follow Karen logic and decrease strength when the HP is depleted, perhaps. I do like that aspect of Karen. But there you go. I hope I'm not missing anything because there'll be a lot to cover in the next videos or so. But I hope to use these characters in a future video, a future campaign, whatever it might be. But I'm pretty much all over the place right now with my channel. I keep doing these new campaigns. It's just so exciting. And I can't stay on one thing. But this was definitely a good hour plus just to make four Karen characters. If there was no skills, this would have been 10, 15 minutes of work. But GURPS takes time, and I see that our brute has the least amount of skills, while definitely uh, Yagwell has most of the will skills. Wenlin has a mix of dexterity and mostly dexterity will. The leader has a good balance of skills, I think. So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.